Hey Cancer, it's Kay Loves Tarot. Right then, you guys, let's do your end of January reads. These are specifically love, and these are for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer. And we are focusing on individual, singles, daters, and exclusives. Okay? So, let's do this. Cancers, single dates, exclusive, Cancers. Let's cut the deck into 3 and get stuck in. Right, 2 for the singles, 2 for the daters, and 2 for the exclusives. Okie dokie, I'll clarify these in a moment. Let's just lay them out so that you can see them. I think that's in view. Right then, let's add a romance angel and then we'll get stuck in. So, single Cancers, please. Single Cancers. Stay optimistic about your love life. Single Cancers. Dating Cancers. Dating Cancers. We've got the honeymoon card. And coupled, exclusive, Cancers. We've got calling in a soulmate. There we go. How lovely. It's a shame about the other cards there. Right, so before I clarify, let's take a look right off the bat. So we're going to start with single Cancers. So we have got Justice and the World. So it seems to me like for some of you, you could have just come out of relationships or you're about to enter in one. The World can show up when it's the end of one journey and then we move to the Fool for the beginning of the other. So, you know, I always say, even if a relationship ends, it's, you know, love life is definitely not over. So even if you've just recently come out of a relationship, you're recently single, you know, again, when we see the World, that's the end of that journey. We're about to embark on another, and we are pertaining to love specifically. We have got the Justice card, and in love reads, I tend to look at this as more of a double-edged sword. Like, I think that's why we have the Stay Optimistic card. Maybe you stop doing a rock and a hard place because you don't know, right, like, if it's the right thing or if it's the wrong thing. And I kind of feel like you're stuck in that catch-22 at the moment if you're single. All right, let me clarify this a bit more. Right, clarification for single Cancers, please. Clarification for single Cancers. I've got the 3 of Pentacles. So, yeah, I think for some of you, you genuinely are starting again and sort of learning, I suppose, in a way to value yourself, because we have to think of the Pentacles. They're about worth, value, etc. And I kind of feel like in this card specifically, it's usually about self-worth and self-value, you know. I mean, right, I've got the Lovers in the reverse, so I've definitely got some sort of a union that's broken down. And I just want to point out in imagery terms with the Tower of Sexual Magic. I mean, look at her. He's kissing her. He's embracing her. But she's got her knees up. And I kind of feel like, you know, at any given moment, she could just push him away with her knees. And I kind of feel like that's what you're doing. Like maybe this person hasn't been able to let you go, but you just know that it's no good. It is the end of the journey. We can't go any further. And I like this really, because it says on the card, positive and faith will bring you romance. And I'm not convinced if you've recently split up from someone that you are ready for romance, but you're definitely ready to move on. And I think the Lovers in the reverse is that broken down union, and it's also that choice between your heart and your head. What's this? I've got strength. So we have got strength. You've got strength backing you. Let's just put it like that. And it's also about pride. And again, it runs in tandem with self-worth, self-value. Maybe whoever you've been dealing with just didn't value you enough. And you know your own self-worth and value, and if not, you're discovering it. Don't forget the 3 of Pentacles. It's about learning and discovery as well. So, yeah, for a lot of the single Cancers, I'm seeing messages about a recent, you know, I'd say within the last year, sort of a split gone on, and we're really working hard on ourselves and we're not going back and we're just quite happy. And maybe some of you who have been pondering this, was it the right thing to do? Was it not? Should I have cut that person out? Should I have not? If you're having those kind of thoughts at this time, because like I say, it may not necessarily be like an ex's presence that bothers you. It may be their energy that bothers you. And some of you, like I say, with the Justice card, you could be questioning, because don't forget she's got a blindfold on. And sometimes we can be blindfolded to the truth. So I think for some of you just questioning, was it the right thing? Was it not? Should I reach out to this person? Should I not? And I think that this is Spirit's way of sort of saying, you've come far. Why go back at this point? This is the end of the journey. That is your answer right there, Cancer. It's the end of that journey. So as far as signs go, I've got Libra, Aries, Leo, and Gemini. Okay, for the singles. Right. Let's check out datas. So these are for those that have got someone specific in mind. We have got the Seven of Cups with the King of Cups right there, you guys. Okay. Okay. And we've also got the honeymoon card. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So some of you could have holidays booked. Some of you could be putting some distance between someone, or they're putting distance between you and them, whichever way this goes. Right, let's put some extra clarification on this. I've got the Six of Swords, so yeah, that runs in tandem with the honeymoon card because it's a very similar card, especially when you look at it on the Rider-Waite. You know, it's the boat and she's got a Six Swords and she's moving away, and we have a boat on the water in this card as well, and the water's very calm. So I think that this is just an indication to say you've moved away from any kind of drama regarding this person. And when I say drama, I think it's the Seven of Cups. It's that, is this real or is it fake? And because it's cups, it's pertaining to emotions. So maybe you might have felt that somebody, at least emotionally, wasn't genuine with you. Someone that you've been seeing or dating, something casual, maybe you've been questioning it, and it's like, is this real or is this fake? I just don't know. And it's like you've got out of drama, you're not creating drama, you don't want that. But I think the answer is the King of Cups, which I'm going to clarify now. So, oh look, what's just fell out. Okay, it's the Tower. So some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. And what was that? The Two of Swords as well. There we go. So, I think that maybe this person was a bit of a player. I think they were. Maybe there was even some sort of temperamental shit going on as well. And the Two of Swords, it's that ignorance is bliss. It's I don't want to do anything about it just yet. So you put it off, you put it off, you put it off. And then when the shit finally hits the fan, you can't put it off anymore. And that when we see the Two of Swords, that's really sort of, yeah, the shit's going to be hitting the fan. Because don't forget, in traditional cards with the Two of Swords, we have the moon or the crescent moon in the card, you know, like in the Gilded or the Rider-Waite. And it is literally just a reminder to say that what's hidden right now, if you look, you will find the truth. And sometimes it's also an indication that the truth's going to come out whether you like it or not. So it's time to take the blindfold off. So I think that if you've been having this thing where you've been seeing somebody, you know they've been dating other people, and maybe they've been sweet talking you, and it's got very emotional, and you're sat there thinking, is this real or is this fake? Because I'm almost certain they're still seeing other people. Is this real? Is this fake? What the hell's going on? Again, I think your answer is the King of Cups. He does represent unconditional love, but he also represents emotional mastery, if you like. So I think if you're dealing with another water sign, especially, more specifically a Scorpio, if you're dating a Scorpio, I think this person genuinely has started to grow feelings for you. And I think that the big question mark over, is there anybody else? Well, let's just put it like this. We're looking at no more drama moving forward, emotional fulfillment, and seeing reality for what it really is, cutting through illusion to see reality. So if I didn't know any better, looking at that spread, I'd almost sort of, I wouldn't guarantee it, but I would be quite satisfied in saying that moving forward, yes, it could be real. And that this person, it's almost as if once they actually decide on who they want to be with, that's it. They'll put their all into it, and that is the energy of the King of Cups. Emotionally, put your all into this one person, and that's just how it's going to be. There is no one else. So again, you know, where there once was confusion, I don't see that level of confusion moving forward. There you go, dating Cancers. Right, let's take a look at coupled Cancers. So we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse with the Magician reversed, and also calling in a soulmate. And this, to me, feels very bittersweet. So I'm going to clarify. Let's see. What's this about for coupled exclusive Cancers? Right, I've got the Nine of Pentacles there in the upright. Coupled exclusive Cancers. What's that? I've got the World. There we go. One more, please, for coupled and exclusives. And the Three of Swords. For some of you, there is a relationship on the rocks, and the reason why it's bittersweet is because this person genuinely is your soulmate. And even though we see the end looming, you guys don't want that. And I think that if there are issues with the partner, maybe with the Nine of Cups being in the reverse, we're starting to fall out of love with this person. And with the Magician being in the reverse as well, we're not doing anything about it. So a lot of you could be having a lot of doubts and, you know, a lot of niggles about your relationship, but you're not doing anything about it. Maybe you're dealing with someone manipulative. And but you truly consider them to be your soulmate, and I'm just seeing a relationship here that's running to the end of its course. Now listen, if you're in a loved up happy relationship, I would imagine you wouldn't need to come to the tarot for advice if it's all rosy and good. So don't bite my head off if this isn't resonating for you specifically, because these are general at the end of the day, and Spirit's always going to put out the most important message for the time that someone or a group of people may need to see and hear. And right now, the message going out for those that really need it most is, we've got this relationship with this person that you absolutely adore, but we're starting to lose that emotional feeling for this person. We're starting to lose love for this person. Do you know the old saying, and I kind of feel like some of you are going to be saying this to your partner, you know the old saying, like, where you love them but you're not in love with them? I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. And I think that with the Nine of Pentacles in the World, this really is moving on into self-sufficiency and independence, and the Three of Swords. It can sometimes be a divorce for married couples. Maybe you're already going through a divorce, and you know, you still consider yourself attached to this person in some way. Maybe you still consider them a soulmate. You just can't be with them anymore. You know, don't forget, on our life path, we'll come across many, many soulmates in our time. So never feel disgruntled about leaving one if it's not working. The bottom line is, we get soulmates for one of two reasons. They're either the absolute blessing in your life, which tends to be more along the lines of children, parents, really close friends, and yes, the soulmate lovers as well. But more often than not, they're lessons to be learned. And I think that the more that people can understand that, the better, because then we don't tend to be so naive with this. But yes, I think you consider this person a soulmate. You just don't feel you're at least emotionally compatible anymore. So I'm seeing the end of a journey here, and a possible divorce if it's not already going through. I feel like a lot of you don't actually want to completely cut this person out of your life. I think that a friendship will more than likely ensue, especially if there's kids involved. And I think that you care deeply about each other. I just don't buy that we're in love anymore. And I think that that's the problem here, okay? So I think the advice really is to regain independence. Maybe, you know, you guys have been relying on each other for too long. You've got under each other's feet and it's become stagnant. And I think that this is about independence and learning to cope on your own, and not to rely on anybody. And I don't feel a lot. I think Cancers are some of the most self-sufficient you know, in the zodiac. But, you know, if somebody's giving it, you're going to take it, and then we can get too used to that. And then again, I think that this is just you guys sort of, no, breath of fresh air. I can do this. I've got this. And guess what? You have got this. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave that there. If anybody wants personal reading, feel free to email me, my sweethearts. It's at the bottom of the screen, and I do have a special offer on this month, which runs till the 31st. The timing of this reading, 30 minutes for just $27, or you can get a 1 question, 1 answer reading for $7. So email me to partake in that. In the meantime, though, you guys, I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye for now.